In this video, we're going to focus on simple tests you can use to tell the difference between a bad battery and a failing alternator. If you've already watched the previous video, we covered the key symptoms and warning signs of both components. Now, we're taking it a step further by confirming the problem with real testing methods. The good news is, you don't always need expensive diagnostic tools to figure out whether the problem is the battery or the alternator. In many cases, a few simple tests can help you narrow it down. These quick checks can give you a much clearer idea of which component is actually causing the problem. Number 1. Jump start test. One of the quickest ways to tell the difference between a bad battery and a failing alternator is by performing a simple jump start test. If your car won't start, try jump starting it using another vehicle or a jump starter. Once the engine starts, let it run for a moment and then disconnect the jumper cables. Now pay close attention to what happens next. If the car stalls shortly after the jumper cables are removed, the alternator is most likely the problem. This happens because the alternator is responsible for generating electrical power while the engine is running. If it fails to produce power, the vehicle quickly runs out of electricity and the engine shuts off. On the other hand, if the car continues to run normally after the jump start, the alternator is probably working correctly. In this situation, the battery is more likely the issue because it was not able to hold enough charge to start the engine on its own. In simple terms, if the car starts with a jump but dies shortly after, the alternator is likely failing. But if the car runs fine after the jump, yet struggles to start again later, the battery is most likely the problem. This quick test alone can often give you a strong clue about which component is actually causing the issue. Number 2. Voltage test. Multimeter. Another reliable way to tell the difference between a bad battery and a failing alternator is by checking the battery voltage with a multimeter. Start by measuring the voltage with the engine turned off. A healthy, fully charged car battery should typically read around 12.6 volts. If the reading is significantly lower than that, the battery may be weak or not holding a proper charge. Next, start the engine and measure the voltage again while the car is running. When the alternator is working properly, it should begin charging the battery and supplying power to the vehicle's electrical system. Because of this, the voltage should rise to somewhere between 13.8 and 14.7 volts. If the voltage increases into that range, it's a good sign that the alternator is functioning correctly and actively charging the battery. However, if the voltage stays close to 12.6 volts or lower, even while the engine is running, it usually means the alternator is not charging the battery properly. In simple terms, the first reading with the engine off tells you about the battery's stored power, while the second reading with the engine running tells you whether the alternator is generating electricity. By comparing these two readings, you can often determine which component is actually causing the problem. Number 3. Headlight test. Another simple way to check whether the alternator might be failing is by observing how the headlights behave while the engine is running. Start the engine and turn on the headlights while the car is idling. Pay attention to the brightness of the lights. Next, gently press the accelerator to increase the engine speed and watch the headlights closely. If the headlights become noticeably brighter when you rev the engine, it may indicate that the alternator is weak or struggling to produce consistent electrical power at lower engine speeds. A properly functioning alternator should provide stable voltage to the vehicle's electrical system, meaning the brightness of the headlights should remain relatively steady, whether the engine is idling or slightly revved. While this test is not as precise as using a multimeter, it can still provide a quick clue that the alternator may not be supplying stable electrical power. As you can see, a bad battery and a failing alternator can cause very similar problems, but the symptoms and simple tests we discussed can help you clearly tell the difference. A weak battery usually shows up as starting problems, like a slow crank or a car that won't start at all. On the other hand, a failing alternator often causes problems while the car is running, such as flickering lights, electrical issues, or even the engine stalling. By combining what we covered in the previous video with these simple tests, you can get a much clearer and more accurate diagnosis without replacing the wrong part. If you're still unsure, Many auto parts stores such as AutoZone or Les Schwab tire centers offer free charging system tests that can quickly confirm whether the battery or alternator is failing. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe for more practical automotive diagnostics and maintenance tips. And as always, catching small warning signs early can help you avoid much bigger and more expensive problems down the road. Thanks for watching.